Good morning all, how are you? So last class we finished the formation of urine. Okay. This class we will learn how the different parts of nephron is helping for urine formation. Okay. Do you remember the different parts of nephron? There are five main parts. The first is renal capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule and the collecting duct. So next is how the urine is formed. We have to learn there are many processes. You have to learn only two processes. The first is filtration and next is reabsorption. Okay. So these are the two main things you have to learn. You know the structure of neuron. So there will be okay. So this is the structure of neuron. I told you there is, in the textbook you can see, there is a lot of blood capillaries here. Okay, there is some branches of blood capillaries that is entering into the renal capsule. Okay. So these blood capillaries, they are having small gaps between them, the walls. Like suppose the blood capillary is like that, there are small gaps in their walls like this. These blood capillaries, their walls are having very small gaps, and also this wall of renal capsule is also having some small gaps. Okay. So the blood capillary walls and the renal capsule walls, both of them are having some small gaps, so that the blood that is coming through this, the blood contains many things. The liquid part of the blood is known as plasma, and there are solid part like cells, white blood cell, red blood cell, platelets, all those things. In addition to that one, there are ions, salts, then urea is there, glucose is there, water is there. So all these things together make the blood. So when the blood passes through these blood capillaries, the smaller molecules like water, glucose, amino acids, salts, urea, all these things, they are filtered into this place, this cavity. Okay. So from the blood, which all things are entered? Glucose, water, salts, urea, amino acids, such smaller molecules, they are filtered into this space. Okay? They are filtered into this space. But you know that out of these, we need all these things. We need glucose, we need water, we need salt, we need amino acid, except for urea. Urea is the only nitrogenous waste. So all other things must be reabsorbed back into the body. Because for us, for human beings, whenever we feel thirsty, we can drink water. But think of other animals like cats, dogs and other mammals. They need, or all animals, they need water, but it is not possible that whenever they need, they have to get the water. So they need to conserve all these things. Even us also, we also have to conserve all these things except for urea. So all these smaller molecules will be reabsorbed back into the blood. that is occurring here in the proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, so these two things, filtration is occurring where? In the renal capsule. So in the renal capsule the filtration is occurring, and in the proximal convoluted tubule most of the useful substances are reabsorbed back. Okay, only urea with some water, because urea needs some water to get dissolved. Only urea with this some water and also some unwanted salts or something will be just taken into the collecting duct, and it will be going to the urinary bladder and will be excreted. So this is the only thing. So how many things or how many processes here in the urine formation or urine excretion? The main thing is filtration, and next is reabsorption. Where does the filtration occur? Occurs in the renal capsule, and reabsorption occurs in the proximal convoluted tubule. Now, which are the things that are filtered? These are the things that are filtered. Since all of them are smaller molecules, it is filtered through the gaps of walls of blood capillary and also walls of the renal capsule. It will be filtered into the space. And you know that red blood cells, proteins, white blood cells, all these are big molecules, so they cannot be filtered out. They will not come through these small gaps, so they will be staying in the blood. Only these smaller molecules are filtered. Okay, you can see it in page 157. You can see here filtration, and here reabsorption. You can see there mostly water is reabsorbed in the collecting duct, and also you can see here all these parts, but mostly we will say these smaller molecules are filtered into the it is reabsorbed back into the blood in the proximal convoluted tubule, but all the other things, it is especially water, it can be reabsorbed back into the blood till here, till the collecting duct. Okay, so the arrows will show you which things are reabsorbed back into the blood and which things are entered out or filtered out from the blood. Hope you understood this one. Figure 12.7 in page 157. Okay.